Good morning, students. Good morning to you all. I am once again think it as an opportunity to interact with you in this way through online teaching. Today we are going to learn about interview skills. Interview skills. Interview skills is the second lesson in the unit 3. In unit 3, interview skills is the second lesson. So, we are going through lesson 2, interview skills. What is meant by interview skills? Speaking about interview skills, we must know what is meant by interview skills. Interview skills means understanding each other, or two people understanding with each other. That means conversation taking place between two persons. In that conversation, one person questions and the other person answers. So, questioning somebody and giving answers to the person who questions is called as an interview. Now the person who questions is known as interviewer, and the person who answers him is known as interviewee. The person who questions, who interrogates, is called the interviewer, and the person who answers, the questions is called an interviewee. So, why interview is needed, or who conducts the interviews? Generally, the employing organizations, institutions, cooperatives, etc., or government institutions, etc., they conduct interviews. Nowadays, in this modern world, in this computer world, we can see many multinational companies conducting interviews in order to recruit large number of students. So, interviewing people or conducting interviews is a very important thing for the companies. What is meant by interview? So, we have just discussed the employing companies conducts interviews in order to recruit the people or the students, educated students, to work in their companies. So, in order to know whether a candidate is eligible, suitable or not to take up the assigned work by the company, they have to assess them. So, in order to assess them, they conduct these interviews. So in these interviews, the persons who are providing you jobs, they want to know your physical, mental and psychological abilities. In order to assess your physical, mental and psychological abilities, they conduct these interviews. So in this interview process, they can understand whether you can handle a certain job that is going to be assigned by the companies. So prior to assigning the jobs, they want to take the suitable candidates into their firm or companies or organizations. That's why they want to conduct these interviews. So in these interviews, they will automatically conclude whether you are eligible or not. So there are two types of interviews. We are discussing about interviews, and we have come to know why they interview and who is an interviewer and who is an interviewee. Now we are going to learn about the two types of interviews. There are two types of interviews. One is telephonic interview and the other one is personal interview. So companies or the organizations, before recruiting the candidates, they may either go for telephonic interview or personal interview, and sometimes both of them. So what is telephonic interview? Telephonic interview means the interviewing personnel will make you a call through the telephone and they ask you some questions, and from your answers to their questions, they can assess whether you are having polite and intonation ability, whether you can speak in a polite way or not, and whether you have the knowledge of intonation. So they can come to know whether you are very polite or not, and they can come to know whether you have any knowledge of intonation. That means responding according to the situation or accentation and cut చేసింది సార్. So they can assess how polite you are and whether you are having any knowledge of intonation or not. So these two things they will come to know through the telephonic interview. And the second one is personal interview. In the personal interview, they may call you directly to their venue. They will give you the time and they will tell you about the venue, and accordingly you have to attend the interview place. So in that interview, actually for interviewing, the interview body consists of 4 or 6 persons. 4 to 6 persons. The interview body consists of 4 to 6 persons. Sometimes there could be 4 people, sometimes there could be 6 people. So the interview body will conduct interviews for you. So in these interviews, what are the things that we must learn, or what are the things that we should be trained in? Those are thinking skills, communication skills, and body language. This is very, very important. Communication skills, thinking skills, body language is very important for getting through an interview. If you have thinking skills, communication skills, and body language, you can very easily get through the interview. You need not worry and bother about that. Only thing is, you should focus on these areas in order to get through the interviews, because they mainly focus on these things, on these contents. They focus. Basing on that, they may provide you with a job. So that's why they conduct personal interviews. But why they conduct telephonic interviews? Telephonic interviews sometimes they conduct if they don't want to waste their time, and if they don't want to waste their money much, and if they don't deserve that it is very much necessary, then they may interview you through the telephone. Now we are going to know about the stages of an interview. There are some stages in interview. What are the interview stages? Mainly there are 2 stages in the interview. So we are going to discuss what are the things that are required in the first stage. Stage 1. First stage. In the first stage, we call it as pre-interview stage. Pre-interview stage. Pre-interview stage itself tells us, or the word pre itself tells us, that it is before facing the interview. Pre-interview stage means before facing the interview. So before facing the interview, that is called as pre-interview stage, we have to prepare ourselves. So in what all the other areas that we should prepare, we must know. So there are some areas in which we should prepare ourselves. That is, the first one is getting certificates or documents that are mentioned in the CV ready. That means you have to get your certificates and your documents which you have mentioned in your CV at the time of submitting your CV. What all you have given or written in that CV, those things you have to get ready with. You should get them ready. You should put all of them in a file and keep them intact. And the second one is getting in a simple but decent and well pressed. So in the second point we will come to know our dressing pattern should be very decent. So we should wear a simple dress, a simple decent dress, and attend the interview. The third one is grooming. Grooming means, generally this word is very familiar when we talk about animals or monkeys, etc., etc. So generally in forests we can see animals gathering together one place, and they are cleaning their bodies by the help of other animals. So this way of getting help to clean themselves by each other is called grooming. So here, how would it affect us? We have to prepare ourselves. We have to wear a nice dress, simple dress, as already advised in the first point. And we should also wear nice shoes, well polished. We should comb our hair in a proper way and make ourselves fit before attending the interview. So this is the third point. And the fourth one is research about the organization. The fourth one is research about the organization. That means you have to study something about the organization. You have to know something about the organization. You have to find and ponder about the organization. So that is very, very important before attending the interview, because without knowing what kind of job you are going to get, without knowing anything about the company where you are going to attend the interview, is not at all good. So you should have some inkling knowledge about the company so that you can answer them, as well as you can get an opportunity to work there. And it also helps you whether that company is suitable or not for you before attending the interview. And the fifth one is, number 5, is polishing in your general knowledge. You should be well polished in your general knowledge. The fifth point says polishing in your general knowledge. So you should read certain books that are related with your subject and your job nature, because you already know what kind of job you may get or you may apply to. So accordingly, you have to polish your knowledge so that you can give right answers to the questions that are asked at the interview. And next, the sixth one is doing SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis. You should do some SWOT analysis before attending the interview. And finally, the seventh one is practicing expected questions. Practicing expected questions. You have to practice expected questions beforehand. After going there, and you should not claim, how, that is very, very simple, I forgot there, I did not prepare. You should not feel. You should not feel sorry for losing your job. So, in advance, you try to practice the expected questions that may be asked in the interviews. So, these 7 points are very, very important for you before attending the interview. This is called the pre-interview stage. Now comes the interview stage. Watch all the things that you should do in the interview stage is very, very important. Further, it will help you to get a job. So, the interview stage is very, very, very important for you. So, this is a crucial point in your life. So, if you miss a bit here, you are going to miss a lot. And if you succeed in that bit of time or in that small answer, if you succeed, you are going to gain a lot. You cannot imagine. So, interview stage is very, very important. So, what are all the things that we need to know at the interview in order to face the interview? Let us discuss. The first one is greeting. Already we learned in the first lesson about greetings and introductions. So now we have some knowledge how we should greet. So now here in the interview stage, the first one is greeting. We should greet them. We should greet them in a formal way. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Maybe if it is in the morning, maybe it is in the afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. And if it is in the evening, good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. So in this way, first, before facing the interview, before entering into the interview room, we will first greet them to enter the interview room. And what is the next thing? The next thing in interview stage is firm handshake. Giving a firm handshake. You should give a firm handshake. In the interview stage, you should give a firm handshake. That is very, very important. Okay, don't bother now about the handshake because you may get many thoughts now relating to the handshake. So, you have to give a firm handshake, but because this is the time of COVID-19, don't be bothered. According to the trend, we have to change. So, up till now, giving a firm handshake is very, very necessary in job interviews. But how the trend is going to change, we don't know. So, according to the trend, we are going to habituate ourselves, train ourselves, and change according to the trend. So, when we will be relieved from these miserable circumstances, we will come to know whether giving a handshake, firm handshake, is necessary or not, or in that place some other thing will be implemented. So, we need not worry about that now. But whatever is there in our lesson, now we are proceeding with it. Okay? Until before, giving a firm handshake is very respectable and genuine. But now, we will be going to learn after we will have been relieved from these miserable situations of COVID-19. Okay, now the third one, second one is what? I said giving a firm handshake. The third one is confidence. The third one is what? Confidence. We should be confident. Confidence is a very, very necessary thing for our human lives. We should be confident in whatever we do. We should hope that we are going to complete it. We are going to win. We are going to win in the race. We are going to get the job. So, this confidence level you should keep up. So, confidence is very, very important for us. So, confidence. We should be confident to get a job. We should feel that we are the persons that are going to get the job. Or you should say to yourself, I am the one who is going to get the job. So, you should have that confidence. Next, body language. Body language is very, very important. So, especially in body language, eye contact. Eye contact is the primary thing in your body language. So, you should, when you talk with your interviewer or when you are answering your interviewer, you should look straight into his eyes. You should not look upward. You should not look either sides or downward. You should straightly look into his eyes and answer him. That is a very good attitude. Because you are answering him, you have to look straight into his eyes. You have to keep in contact with his eyes. Then answer him. So, this is one of the important point. This is one of the primary things in the body language. And we have discussed about greeting, firm, handshake, confidence, and the fourth one we discussed body language. And the fifth one is smile. You have to keep smiling all the way. You should not be very serious with the interviewer. You have to smile and give him answers in a pleasant way. So, that will give a good impression on you. So, you have to smile before the interviewer. You should not be very serious. And you should not be worrying, you should not feel nervousness. You have to be very free, smile with him and answer him. That is very important. And that is very, very important for us. The fifth one, that is fifth one, we have to be very, very careful about smiling. And the next one is sitting posture. The second one is, the next one is sitting posture. So, your sitting posture should be perfect. You have to sit in the right posture, the right way of sitting. You should not bend backward, you should not bend forward on the table and answer him. You should sit straight like Buddha posture in a decent way and answer him. So, your sitting posture is also very important. And next comes hand movements. Hand movements are very, very important. You should not move your hands as you like when you sit in front of your interviewer. You should not put your hands in your pocket and answer him. You should not put your hands like this and answer him. So, you should not look somewhere and answer him. So, your hand should be intact like this. And you have to answer him. Either you sit or stand. You should watch yourself, your hands and your legs. So, they should be placed in a nice way so that the interviewer will have a good opinion about you. Because the way you stand, the way you sit, the way you make movements with your hands, your facial expression, all these are considered in the interview. So, you have to be very careful. And you should be alert. And the next one is alert. You should be alert. You should be very alert. Whatever the question they ask you, your answer should be apt. You should give apt answers. So then it will help you. And comes then sincerity. Sincerity is also very important. You should be sincere. Sincerity is very, very important. You should be sincere in that. In answering, you should be sincere. You should not tell lies. Because already you have written in your CV, and if you tell any lies and that are derogatory, for the job that is given to you, then they may not consider you. That's why whatever you tell, you should be sincere. So your sincerity helps you a lot. Then finally, thinking skills. Thinking skills are also important because you have to think at the moment and answer them. So, instant thinking is necessary for you to answer the interviewer. So, you should be very careful to think promptly. And the last one is Your attitude. Your attitude. You should express a good attitude to them. They should find a good attitude in you. So when your attitude satisfy them, of course, what all we have discussed before, those all will help you to build up your attitude by examining all those things. Your attitude will be composed. So your attitude is a composition of all those previous attributes or the previous points or the previous things or the previous traits that are in you. These will all help you and will give you a good picture about you and will help you to get the job. So this is the interview stage. In this interview stage, we should be very, very careful and we should know all these things. We must know all these things, all these traits in order to please our employers. So you have to keep all these things in your mind. Students, you have to keep all these things in your mind and you just go through this session again and again, and whenever you have anything, you please once again watch this and you can understand how you can master these skills. Now we are going to discuss about tips for the interview. Now we are going to discuss tips for the interview. So we have some tips for the interview. So these tips will enhance you, will help you, will enable you not to miss a job interview. If you imbibe these qualities in you or these necessary things in you, you will never ever miss a chance to get a good job in your future. So these are not only important for your examinations, these are important for you for your lifelong time, for your lifetime. So these tips are very, very important for you. So I advise you to know thoroughly about these tips which will enhance you to get through the interview. Number 1, get your certificates and other documents ready and in order. Already we have learned in the pre-interview stage that you have to get ready your certificates and documents. So now there in the first point, you can see now in the tips, get your certificates and other documents ready and in order. So this is a very important thing. Next one, avoid funky hairstyle and look decent. I already told you, you should keep good hairstyle. You should groom yourself in a proper way. In your dress, in your hairstyle, in your wearing attire, you should show some decency by grooming yourself. So avoid funky hairstyle and look decent. So you have to avoid funky hairstyle and look decent. You should not make different styles with your hair and go to the interview. That is not good. Third one, get a simple and decent dress, pressed and be ready for interview. So you can select a simple dress and go for the interview. Do not wear flashy dresses with gaudy designs. Gaudy means, you can see different designs that will give flashes, lightening, that will shine that will glitter. So these kind of dresses you should not wear. So instead of that, you can wear a decent and simple dress. It doesn't matter. Fifth one, avoid ornamentation. Please, because you might be having more jewelry, but please don't take all those jewelry and expose yourself before the interviewer. It is not good. So you should not try to wear all the ornamentation. You should not decorate yourself with all the things, jewelry things, and go to the interview. That is not a good thing. Get your footwear polished and ready for interview. I have already told you, you have to polish your footwear and you should present yourself in a nice way by polishing your footwear and go to the interview. Now about the organization. You must have thorough knowledge about the organization. At least some inkling knowledge is sufficient about the organization. Without knowing ABCD, we should not go. We should know something about the organization and we should go. So all these things we have to keep in mind. We learn now about interview skills, how we can master them, and we learned about two types of interviews, telephonic interview and personal interview. We have learned about stages of an interview, pre-interview stage and the interview stage. And we have also learned about the tips that we should follow for the interview. Now we are going to learn about SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? So we should know what is SWOT analysis. S stands for strengths. W stands for weaknesses. O stands for opportunities. T stands for threats. Right? For example, strengths. What is strength or strengths? You can say to yourself, now let us say or